Welcome to Video 2. I mentioned in Video 1, this is the design I came up with after fiddling around for a year or so with various of the others. The main design points you'll notice: this hook here, which forms a wedge with the bottom one, extended curve there to take the conex rib, extended curve here, double conex rib, and this long parabolic curve. The idea is this will drive on the actual flats of the nuts, like this, on that flat and that flat. The bigger the nut, the further round it drives. So this one is one of the larger ones, so it drives virtually near the middle. You can see that? A smaller one, it drives near the edge. So a bigger one will be there, a smaller one will be there. Conex, same thing, it drives on that rib, that jams against there, and it drives on there. In that case, it's also against that rib here. If you have a bigger conex, since they all seem to be different, it doesn't quite make it to rib, so it drives on this surface, on the 3 points, that rib, and that surface. That's basically how it works. It's 50% thicker than the ones I had before, 6mm thick, and twice as deep there, so it's 4 times the cross-sectional area. The reason for this long curve here is to allow it to swing out onto the next flat. So I was complaining about the fact that the adjustables, you had to take them off and fiddle around to get them back on the next one, and take them off, then undo and fiddle around. Well, these 2 wedges here means it virtually positions itself. You don't need to be that close for it to go home. But if it's really tight and you can't see what you're doing, you can swing it out on that bottom push and it'll go on to the next one. Swing it out, push, it'll go on to the next one. So it's a form of self-ratcheting. So you can do the nut up without physically having to take it off. Same with this, obviously, as it's smaller. For the case of conex, open out that rib, swing it out, and it'll pop into the next. And it's very handy in a tight, awkward place where you can't actually see what you're doing. Like the handle, you'll notice is very slim. I tried to make this as slim as I thought was practical. It basically is just a hand width, but it's very slim. If it's too slim, too short, and you want to extend it, you can simply slap on a piece of pipe to have it whatever length you wish. Nice comfortable handle. Extend the handle. This is for relatively hard steel edges, and this of course is soft brass. Once you've cut a pipe with one of these pipe slices, you know it bows in at the top, and you can't get a spring inside it. It won't go in. It won't go in past that little lip that's inside there. So you put the wrench in there and twist it. And the hard edges, you can actually see a piece of copper coming off then. The hard edges cleans it up. Can you see that shiny in there? Nice shiny edge. Now the spring should just slip straight in. So it's also a deburrer, which is rather handy as well. It can also be used if the pipe is damaged. It's advisable to warm the pipe up first to anneal it, to soften it. Say this had a slight kink in it, slight damage in it. You can use it, this is a former, the hole, and that will actually repair the kink in the pipe to an extent. You can also use that to push olives up and down, to reposition them, take paint off the pipe, and many other uses you can think of yourself. By the way, the colour is not relevant. I don't know if I said that before, but it's just so I can find it. Because it drives on the flat, it stays in place. The weight of the handle holds it in place. So you can have the wrench vertical and it'll still stay there until it falls off. That is very handy. You can just put it down there and it will stay in place. That one's a bit... bingo. Just stays there. Anyway, this is the Beaver Wrench. And I spent a fortune on some posh graphics to show what it is. There you go. No expense spared. And where can you find it? I hear the clamour. Well, more expense, more graphics. www.coric.co.uk. All information about it, all what I've told you, and a bit more. And shows you where you can buy them, if you want. Thank you for watching.